doesn't... I'm not feeling great about it.
G'day you absolute legends, Stu from UAVfutures here, and today we're going to be talking about an item which people don't think of straight away when they think about drone racing, the FPV hobby. They want to get in and get flying, but it is absolutely essential and I cannot recommend it enough. What that is, it's an FPV backpack to keep all your gear organized, make transporting to the field, far easier with all your stuff. Trust me, please, if you're getting into the hobby or you don't have one already, get yourself a backpack. When I first started, I was using plastic bags and it was a little bit not only embarrassing but just so disorganized. I cannot recommend, and I'm sure a lot of people agree in the comments, get yourself an FPV backpack. Now what we're looking at today is this one from HGLRC, but it says HGL Tech on the top. I'm pretty sure it's from the same thing. I don't know why they've done a bit of a name change there. I'm going to put the link for this down below. It is a premium FPV backpack, and the big one that we're going to be testing today is how waterproof is it? So we're going to be taking it, we're going to be throwing it in the pool. I've got a broken pool here on the property. It's disgusting in there, so I'm not really looking forward to doing this. We're going to be throwing it in, testing just how waterproof it is, then pulling it out of the pool, and I'm going to hose it down as well. I've got like a fire hose with a proper pump and everything to put out some fires. So we'll be spraying this bad boy and finding exactly how well would it protect your drones, because you're paying a bit of a premium. I think it's coming in at about $200 US, which is about $350 Aussie. Please check the links down below anyway. And I've got to say, it's a pretty decent backpack. We're going to go through, look at the text and the specs, but then yes, we're going to have some fun, throw it in the pool and really put it through its paces. So some of the things it boasts, like I mentioned, it is waterproof. I think it looks fantastic. It's waterproof, it's got water resistant fabric, most of the fabric, and it's got some waterproof zippers. So when we do that little waterproof test, I'm going to put some bits of paper inside here once we throw it in, some A4 pieces of paper, and then after the test, once we open it all back up, we'll be able to see just how much water did get inside and would that damage your components, your drones, your radios, all that sort of stuff. But starting at the outside before we work our way in, I think it says it holds 33 litres, so it's a fairly big, decent sized backpack. We've got some very comfy adjustable straps on the back. Nothing too crazy. It's pretty standard sort of stuff right there, but it does feel good when you're wearing it on the back. You've got a whole heap of these little side straps, and hopefully this is going to be in the shot. It says it can hold like 9 drones, but let's be honest, that's probably a little bit too many. I mean, what sort of freak would have more than eight drones? Anyway, we've got some little pockets on the side as well. I do like these clips at the front actually, so they're little magnetic clips. If I take these drones off here, which I was just showing how most people sort of clip them on, I did like that they snap together quite easily, like you don't have to push them together or anything like that. So it's got a nice little, and I wonder how tough they're going to be. Are they going to be okay? They're not going to come apart either, so there you go, put a little bit of force on there, but they are easy if you press them in the correct way to take them apart, so they should be holding your drones nicely. What I did like was this feature. Check this out. Boom shakalaka. If you don't want to strap your drones to the outside, you can just completely take that, I don't know what you call that webbing off the side. We've got a very hard piece right here, which I guess is meant to protect your components, which are on the inside. We'll open that up in just a little bit. Of course, at the top, this is where I would probably be keeping my goggles. So flipping it open, you can see I've got some DJI goggles in here, a very big space. You could fit even a pair of goggles, and dare I say an analog set as well. Bear with me. Here we go. I've got some old school Fat Sharks. So yeah, look, they're fitting, absolutely no problems in the top right there. You know what, I'm going to take them out before I forget them, because I prefer to test this with the waterproofing with some paper inside first before I throw my expensive DJI goggles in there. Anyway, so that zips up the top. We've got another little magnetic strap as well, all very nice. We've got a carry handle, which feels, all the strapping and webbing and everything feels pretty quality. It feels like it'll be very tricky to break. If we open it up, we have, and I do like this feature, which is a little bit different to most backpacks out there. So one side doesn't unzip, and a lot of them open from top to bottom, which we've seen in many in the past. This one opens from the side, and I've got to say, I think I prefer that. I don't know why, but I my guess, if I had to guess, is when you open it from the top to bottom, a lot of the top of it will droop on the ground right here, or your drones will be sort of dangling. This, by opening it to the side, it just feels like it keeps it a lot more compact. We've got some little, this is probably where I'd be keeping my tools and that sort of stuff in here. Some little, I guess, sections and those sorts of things. This is where I'd keep my radio if I was using the Nirvana. So that's right there. We've got all this heaps and heaps of not only space, and this was put in there so nicely, so sorry for the person who put this in here. You have a heap of space in there, as well as these little, I don't know what you call these, foam compartment separators, DIY, make your own sizes, all that sort of stuff. And then it all feels very padded in there as well. So whether you put your drone in there, your radio, your goggles, all that sort of stuff. We do have a tiny little zipper part. I didn't know that was there, actually, so you can put that in. And then if we flip it over, what I got to say is we have a nice little laptop component, which would be protected at here at the back. It only opens up at the top. Let's see if we get that in the shot, and that's where you'd be keeping your laptop. It says it can take a 16-inch MacBook. Who's going to use a Mac? Anyway, but if you wanted to use a tablet or something like that, I bet you Phantom pilots, they fly around with MacBook computers when they go out in the field. But yeah, overall, a pretty solid little backpack. Now I can hear people saying, well, Stuart, why aren't you using it? Well, the answer's simple. If I was going to go somewhere, yeah, absolutely, I would take this. I am one of the few pilots probably that flies every day on their property. So I do most of my flying here, a lot of it for testing and things like that. But if I was going to go to an event, to a friend's house for a rip, I'd definitely take a backpack. And this one, I see absolutely no problem. It's pretty comfy when you're wearing it, protects everything well, keeps it organized. But now what I think I really want to do, let's take it out to the pool, or hoik it in the pool. First I'll put some pieces of paper in there, and then I will find out just how waterproof it is, come back, wrap it up with the review. So let's do that in 3, 2, 1. Let's show you, I've got 3 pieces of some pristine paper. Let's put these inside here. So one in the main compartment, zip that up, make sure there's no gap. So we've got our waterproof zipper and fabric. Let's put one in the top as well. Open this bad boy. So this is where our goggles would be. I'll fold this in half. There we go. And where else? Let's put one in this laptop compartment. This is probably the one I'm worried about the most, is the laptop compartment. So we'll see just how much water we get on that. So let's slide that inside here. Okay. All right. 3 bits of paper, 1 backpack, 1 pool, and 1 basically fire pump and fire hose. Let's do it. HGLRC backpack waterproof test. Take 1.
Rightio, we're out here. Let's do it. I've got to say I'm a little bit nervous and I don't really want to do this. Behind me, here is our broken, disgusting pool, which probably broke about a year ago in the flood. It's got a big split down the side, much to my daughter's disappointment. But I guess it's coming in handy today, because let's throw the backpack in. Let's do it. I don't really want to do it. If it sinks, well, let's just hope it doesn't sink. I have a big, like a net thing behind me to get it out. Let's do this. Hopefully it's going to be in shot. Let's test its waterproofability. Anyway, you can tell I'm sort of stalling. Let's do it. Okay. All right, where is it? I don't even know if that was in shot. We'll see. There's my backpack. It doesn't... I'm not feeling great about it. Like, it's probably waterproof, but that just feels so wrong. I don't even know if I got all my components out of there. All right, let's go. Oh, I've got some nice cane toads over there as well. Please don't drop my phone. Oh. Okay. It seems like a lot of water, although I don't know. Let's take it over and spray it with the hose. I got my fire hose. Got the bag here. I fished it out of the pond. Definitely got some water coming out of it. Let's spray it with the hose, wash some of that off and see how it goes. Turn this on. Shut that one down. Get here. Wash the bag. Let's really try and get it in those zippers. How about a little bit of gentle rain? We left our drone bag out in the rain. Let's see how that goes. All right. Now time to take it back in the studio and see what mess we've gotten ourselves into. I think it feels a bit heavier. I don't expect this back bit to, I don't know, not be waterproof, but that foam padding and stuff definitely will have sucked up a lot of water. But let's cut back to the studio and have a look inside.
Rightio, so there it is, the waterworks out of the way, and let's have a look at this. It is leaking, so I think it's held some sort of water. So it is leaking a little bit all over my bench right here, which is, you know, kind of a little bit annoying, but let's do it. Let's open it up. We're going to start at the top, work our way down, because this is how, imagine if you've left your bag out in the rain or it's poured down, this is probably how it was sitting. Let's open it up, see just how well it's protected that piece of paper. So, ooh, I don't know if that was, you know, water resistant maybe, but yeah, it's a piece of paper, that's pretty wet. So there we go. My goggles are a bit wet. That's done. Now, let's find out, how did our laptop go? Now this part might, this is at a different section, so at the back here, might be a little bit different. And I'm trying not to get the paper wet when I'm opening the bag as well. So make sure my hands are dry. It does feel like there's no water in here. Okay, I would say that's a pass. That's a pass for the laptop. There is 1, 2, 3 drops. I don't know if that's coming up. Like I would say, yeah, no, that's more than acceptable. So yeah, the back part, let's put my hand in there. Oh, there actually, no, there is a little bit of water down the bottom. So that's coming out of there. And then let's have a look at the middle section. This is the bit that was really underwater in the pool. So because it did land face down. Man, it's sopping in here. This was not a good idea to film this video first. And yeah, that's pretty wet as well. Is there any water in that part? Doesn't seem like there's any water runoff, but it's in the bag nonetheless. So anyway, overall, do I think it's a good backpack? Yes. Is it water resistant? Maybe. I don't think the zippers are waterproof. Would I get it? Well, man, I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but definitely don't throw it in your pool. Don't spray it with a fire hose or anything like that. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Definitely subscribe for more FPV related content. I want to give a big shout out to my patrons as well, because without your support, I couldn't make these videos. I couldn't. Hopefully you found it entertaining and also informative. Be kind to each other. Be kind to yourself. I don't want to know, what do you take out to the field when you're flying? Do you have a backpack? Man, this is dripping all over me. Do you take a backpack, or are you still carrying around some plastic bags, all that sort of stuff? And let's wrap it up with another good dad joke, hey? What's blue and not very heavy? Light blue. Anyway, be kind to yourself, be kind to each other, and as always, happy flying. I'm going to dry this thing out now. Peg it up on the clothesline. All right, happy flying. Man, there's water all over it. No, now it's getting into my drones. Okay, this comes off the bench. Yuck, and it's that pool water. Ugh.